What's going on, guys? Welcome to No Impulse Control, and I am Justin.
And I am Jasmine.
And today we are going to talk about the worst movies that we have ever seen. Now, we both came up with a list. I think top five will work, just because we're limited on time. We can't talk forever. But yeah, that's the thought
Speak
for
for
today.
yourself.
So, Jasmine, do you want to start or do you want to go second?
Well, I like going first. So, do you want me to just read down my list?
No. Go with like your number five, the like worst, not the worst thing that you ever seen, but close to it.
But like bad. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so okay. I organized my list a little funky. So we're going to start strong in this episode. Welcome back everybody with Stuart Little.
Really?
I hate that movie.
Why?
Look, that family walks into an adoption center. And they, out of all of those needy children,
No.
they adopt a frickin' mouse. And they're like, oh my god, this is the child that we wanted. And they bring a rodent, which, you know what, you got pet mice, whatever. But they bring a rodent into their home in New York, and this little friend loses the wedding rings down the sink. He goes on this whole adventure. The cat doesn't eat him, which is a miracle. And like, there were children in that adoption. They're not an orphanage, but that adoption center who like genuinely need a home. And these upper class white people go and grab a mouse and dress him in people clothes, and everyone's like, "Cool, sounds good." I hate that movie. It's so stupid to me. And
Okay.
also, the boat races just make me a little bit infuriated. That's it. I'm done.
Okay. So I understand and respect your reasoning there, but I have to pose this question because I'm sure all the listeners are thinking this too. You're
Hmm.
telling me that if you walk into this place where you can adopt, well, it looks like really anything or anyone.
No, it was just all people and one mouse.
Well, I'm sure they would have given away other things to this rich white family. But anyways,
They
you're
usually do.
telling you're telling me that if you walk into the center and a talking mouse, a
No,
smart
I am
talking
punting him
mouse.
across the room, Justin. I need you to hear me. Oh my god, fridge. Is that really loud? I'm so sorry.
No, I don't hear it.
Okay, well it's my fridge and all I can hear is that. Um,
Oh man.
I'm telling you right now, if I walked into this adoption center and all these kids are like, "Hello, how are you?" or whatever, and they're whatever. Maybe it's just because I work with children who need homes
It's
that I'm
definitely that's
like,
definitely part of it.
it's part of it. But I felt like that since I was a kid. That I'm like, why
Yeah.
would they adopt a mouse? Like,
Look,
of
I
all
understand it.
things, you know what I
I
mean?
get
Like,
it.
why would they, in their right minds, be like, you know what we need right now? A rodent in New York? Just go outside, man. Like, you could probably find one outside of your house right now in New York.
I get
Just
it. I
open the
do.
door.
I get it. I don't know. I part of me says why not just adopt a person, a human, and
Right, that needs a
a
home and doesn't
mouse.
have one. Right.
But also
Who's
at the
probably
same
been
time,
through
I'm
like a
like,
bunch of foster homes and is
yeah,
probably
definitely.
traumatized. And but no, do the mouse that got left by his horrifying parents because he's a mouse.
I don't know. A talking mouse is kind of cool. Anyways, let's go to my number five. I couldn't decide. I
Let's.
had two. Uh, I'm not even gonna say movies because really it's two franchises that disappointed me.
We were
Um,
supposed to do movies. I didn't
I
realize this
know
was a
I couldn't
franchise
choose.
thing.
No, it's not. But I couldn't choose just one movie out of the franchise. If I'm being 100% honest,
Uh-huh.
for either of them. The first one
All right. What's your number 5?
is anything, any movie after Fast and the Furious 5.
No, the third one
Once
was probably good.
third was solid. I liked
Thank you.
I
I'm going to
liked
add that
Fast
to my
5.
list.
I liked Fast 5 just because it was the goodbye to Brian. It was, he had passed, so they had to
Okay,
close
fair
it
enough.
out.
Yeah,
It
I'm good
was
with
it was
5.
really good
Yeah.
in that way. But anything
6
after
and
5,
7 felt a
kind of
lot.
garbage. And then
This
the other,
last one was wild with
I
the
haven't even
rock and
watched.
in the
I
island.
haven't even
We went
watched it. Yeah.
together actually, which is so funny. You and I went together to that movie with Kevin.
No, we didn't. That wasn't the
Hmm.
last one. There are
Is there
10 of them
more?
now. There are 10 of them now. The
Good
one you watched was like
lord.
7, I'm pretty sure.
Good gracious. Where he goes to the island?
I don't remember which one
To
we
the
watched,
rocks,
but I'm
to
pretty sure
Dwayne
that
the
was like
Rock
7.
Johnson's home?
To to Dwayne the Rock,
Yes, Dwayne the Rock Johnson's home. Yeah.
the island. Anyways,
Hmm.
and then the other part of number 5 for me is anything after Toy Story 3. Toy Story 3 also could be included, but I felt
There's
nice.
one
Uh,
movie. Yeah.
there's 2 actually.
There's a Toy Story 5. No
Yeah,
way.
yeah, there is. Yep.
No,
I
there's
watched it.
not.
It was garbage.
No, it's the teaser trailer. It's 2024.
Okay, well then it's probably gonna be garbage. Toy Story 4. Okay, then that fixes it. It is 3, 4, and probably 5. I couldn't remember where the cutoff was, but 3
Assuming
was
Toy
pretty
Story
bad.
5 follows the same development schedule, we won't see it anywhere until 2026 and 28. Just
Oh my goodness.
don't do it.
Yeah,
Like,
just like it's
Tom
not worth
Hanks
it.
is probably going to be 80 by then.
Yeah, it's not worth it. So
Homeboy's
yeah,
going
those
to
are
be like,
mine.
"Rah, rah, rah."
I definitely
Yeah.
think that
Knows that you kind of broke the rules and picked 2, but it's
I
good.
know, I'm sorry.
Well, you know.
But I definitely think that you could have called it after 1998 when Toy Story 2 came, or 99 when Toy Story 2
You know
came
what?
out.
I'm going to make a
But
bold statement.
don't do it.
I don't
Don't
really
you?
like any of
Don't
them
you?
personally. Like, it's just not my thing, right? Like, I'm not big on it. Toy Story 1 was the best of all of them.
Well, of
Toy
course,
Story 2
yeah.
was okay. I think we could have
Yeah.
left it there. Toy Story 3 had no business being made.
That was
Like,
it was literally 11 years after Toy Story 2.
Like, right, and I just don't understand. We had a good ending, I felt like.
I don't even remember the ending to Toy. That was the holding hands when they were going into the claw, and then the aliens scooped them up, right? Sorry,
That's
spoilers.
the first one.
No, it's not.
The one where they're like, the claw.
Well, yeah, they say that in every one of them.
Well, okay.
They use the big trash claw to scoop out the toys before they get burned all the... No, that's 3. That's 3.
I'm gonna be honest with you, Justin. I watched it when it came out and have not since.
Well, that's because I
Because they're
am
not
a child,
great.
so
Well,
I watch
you know.
these movies.
Anyway, what's your number
Anyways,
4?
My number 4...
Oh wait, it's my number
is-
4. Get back. Back off.
Okay, I will wait, I guess. You see the
You did
abuse that I deal with all the time?
Oh my god. Just shush. Sit down. Alright. My number 4
Wow.
is Paul Blart
Give it a
Mall
minute.
Cop.
Oh my goodness. That's a classic. I know why you don't
Yeah,
like
it's
it, but it's a
stupid.
classic.
So we were talking, listeners, we were talking before the episode while we were waiting for Justin to hurry up. And sorry. We were talking about like certain movies that I was telling him that I had 14 written down, a little bit of an overachiever, but there's a lot of them that just make me
And
they
she
give
was
me the
giving me
ick.
crap for doing 2 extra.
Okay, I limited it to 5. Thank you. But like, there's a lot of movies that I watch and I'm like, oh, and it gives me the ick. You know what I mean? Like this, And Paul Blart Mall Cop is it's one of those movies that's the entire plot of the movie is, haha, stupid, and like that's it. There's no sustenance to the movie. It's just stupid for stupid's sake, and I just don't like movies that are stupid for stupid's sake unless they're horrifyingly bad movies like what's that one with not your teenage whatever. Oh my god, what's it called?
Not a clue. I'm gonna give my take.
Yeah, give your number 4. I'm gonna look it up.
No, I'm not giving my 4. I'm gonna give my take on your Paul Blart because I have
not
one
another
scene...
teen movie.
Oh,
Sorry.
I've never seen that.
It's
I have one...
Okay, yep. Sorry.
You don't have
go.
to yell. It's echoing in my ear
I'm not
now.
yelling. I'm just talking very loudly towards you. Say your
know.
piece.
Oh my goodness. I'm sorry, listeners, if your ears are also
Oh
scared.
my god, they're fine.
Anyways, I think of one scene in this movie, in Paul Blart, where I just love it. It's literally when he puts the headphones in and is just jamming on Guitar Hero, and all the bad things are happening. They're rounding up all the people, like the bad people are in the mall, and like I just love that scene because I can relate as I wear headphones and don't hear the world around me. I just understand it. and it's kind
I
of funny.
understand it. The rest of the movie is bad enough to take away from the good pieces.
Yeah.
I don't
Well,
know. It was just
I also like mind-numbing comedy. Like that's my like one of my things. So
mm,
you are
hmm.
not that way, which is understandable. We're
Well,
each
and I
allowed to
like
have our opinions.
I like some comedy movies that are mind numbing, just like stupid comedy. Like not another teen movie it's a parody movie, right? So it's making fun of all of those like White Chicks and Legally Blonde and like all those movies that are like those were bad examples for this, but the teen movie where the girl is ugly because she's wearing glasses and has a ponytail. Anyway, I like some mind numbingly dumb stuff. It's just certain ones they just irk me. Like I don't know.
I mean, I get that. I do. Like I'm the opposite. I like those ones cuz
I know.
it's like I can
Well, that's my
watch
ick.
and not
That's
care.
my ick that you give me. You give me that ick.
Oh, wow. Wow.
I'm sure I give you
Wow.
icks as well. There are
Wow.
certain movies that I watch that you're probably like, wow, that kind of gives me an ick.
Hmm. Anyways, my number
I
4.
can name
My
one right
number
off the
4, it is
bat.
my
It's
turn.
my turn. Go. What's your number
My
4?
number 4
Mhm.
is it's more of a nostalgia thing because I've
Mhm.
watched
Mhm.
it recently and I didn't hate it. It just wasn't that good, but it's 2012. Um and the main reason for it is because
Is that
when
the end
I
of the
was
world movie?
yeah. When I was a child, 2012 scared the living daylights out of me.
Well,
I
that's because they told
legitimately
us we were gonna
thought
die.
we were going to die.
It's
Legitimately
got
thought
Woody
we were going to die.
Harrelson in it. That's so. Oh my god, I hated this movie.
No real scientific backing to it or really any like reason, but I was a very dramatic teenager or preteen at that time, and that movie scared the crap out of me because I was like, I don't want to die. I was that guy, or I was that kid that would cry secretively because how dare I show emotions, but cry secretly in like my own space so that I wouldn't, or so like because I was worried we were gonna die. It was a whole thing.
My science teacher made us watch it in 8th grade.
My
Not really
goodness, what
sure
a
why,
traumatizing movie.
right? No, so we were in science class. Shout out to him. Don't remember his name, but shout out to my science teacher from Vista Verde. Um, but we were in science class, and it was like the day that the world was supposed to end. It was like 12 whatever.
Yeah, something like
I
that.
don't
I don't
remember what
remember
the
what
day
day.
was, but anyway, on the day the world was supposed to end at like noon or whatever, we were
Mhm.
watching this movie. And like
That's
as the
so
world was
weird.
ending, we were going to be at school. And he had like a little countdown because he's a science teacher, so he's like, "It's not gonna end, guys." And we were like, "It's gonna end." And then we watched freaking 2012 while the world was supposedly ending outside of our doors.
That's so traumatizing.
That spring had to cut open a fish. Also, just as traumatizing.
I prefer doing that. So, anyways, what's your
Yeah.
number 3?
Um. Hold on. I have to do something. I apologize. I had to move my chair, and it was making a horrifying sound.
Mm,
So I have two that I was deciding between, but I think I'm gonna do this one because I just refuse to watch it. So I'll put it at 3. The Santa Claus series with Tim Allen.
okay.
I don't like Tim Allen. I've never liked Tim Allen. I can't really stand him as an actor. I, as a person, don't value him. I know that's harsh, but he kind of makes my body want to expire. I realize he's in Toy Story and everything, but he just stresses me out a lot. Um, and then I watched and was forced to watch The Santa Claus, and I hate that movie. I don't know why. It just makes my eyelashes twitch.
Hmm.
I
I
don't know.
I was gonna say I don't know like that's kind of just
There's
like a
also
middle of the pack for me.
yeah, that's why it's in the middle of the pack. There's also too many of them. Like after the first one, I feel like we could have
Yeah,
been done. It's the same thing with Fast and Furious. Like we really didn't need 10 Fast
10.
and Furious.
Yeah.
It's the same thing. Bad people chase me. I go fast. I win race. Yay. Like that's
Well, even for
oh,
Fast and
I
Furious, even it was like the first couple were actual racing, which is what made it good. and then they
Right.
went to the bad people. It was like, why change?
Right. Well, bad people show up anywhere. But anyway, the Santa Claus. I know a lot of people like that
I
one.
was gonna say you might get some hate on that one.
It's my duty here is to get hate.
She is here to provoke, and that is about it.
It's pretty much all I'm here for. But yeah, that's my number 3. That's why it's the middle of the pack. It's not my most hated. It's not my least. It's sort of just middle. But yeah,
Okay,
that's my number 3. What about
that
you?
makes sense. My number 3, and you might be
I'm
mad
about
at
to.
me for doing this one.
I'm gonna chuck this fridge into a snowstorm.
I heard it that time actually, but
Yeah,
anyways,
no, I'm sure they're hearing it in Siberia right now.
my number 3 is actually one that we watched recently. It's Krampus.
No, dude, that's so valid. That's so
I
valid that that's on your list. It
I
was funny,
legitimately, yeah, I thought, like, I remember it being better than what it was, and then we watched it, and I was like, this kind of sucks. Like,
right?
this is so boring.
So the first half of it was great. I mean, well, it
Yeah,
wasn't great, but it was fine.
it was,
I
yeah.
liked it. I enjoyed, and I enjoyed that we were able to watch a horror movie again together. It's been so long, and we had just come off of watching whatever that was first.
Black Box, that was a good one.
Was that? Oh, that was a good one. Yeah, a lot of people hated that, but that's
Oh, I
because they're
liked it.
wrong. Um, but I don't know. Something about Krampus was just like, oh my god, he's gonna come get them. You know what did it for me? It would have been good if it wasn't for the gingerbread man. Spoiler alert, but it's been out for
Dude,
3 years.
those were my favorite thing because they were
They were
hilarious.
they were super hilarious, just not in that movie.
Yeah, it shouldn't have been in a. I mean, it was. Yeah, whatever. It shouldn't have been in a Krampus movie, but like,
Right, like it
man,
would have made sense for like a Santa Claus movie. I know it just
right?
Krampus felt weird to have because that's not like the Krampus lore isn't, he sneaks down your chimney, he steals your children, also has a live gingerbread men.
An
Like
army,
that's
an
an
army
army of
of
gingerbread
gingerbread
men.
men.
Right, that's not part of the lore. But
Yeah,
yeah, no,
no.
that's super valid to have that on your list. I commend that
I,
one.
yeah, and it's not like
It's
I'll watch it again. It's not like something
I don't know
but
that
it's
I
not
will.
something I'm gonna pick. I
Right.
know I picked this last one, but I'm not gonna pick it type of thing. I
I
think.
might pick it if I'm trying to show someone to be like, "Oh my god, you gotta see this
Yeah,
movie."
maybe. Yeah, but yeah,
Okay.
that's my 3.
Okay. All right. So, okay. I have a tie
Oh, a tie at
between.
2.
Yeah, I have a tie at 2 because my number 1 is my most hated movie franchise.
Oh dear.
Um,
Franchise.
yeah, I realized that it wasn't just the
You
one
give me
movie; it's all of
crap.
them.
You give
Yeah,
me
I know,
crap
but
about a
well, I
franchise.
I had originally picked one movie, and then I realized, you know what? It's all of them.
Ah,
So the tie at 2 is between Boss Baby and Air Bud. The entirety of Air Buds, any of them, Air Buddies, Snow Buddies, the whole lot. Dogs playing basketball, it's not realistic. I don't like it. I don't like Boss Baby for a very different reason. It's just really annoying to me.
didn't you watch it a lot too? Like you didn't watch it, but you had to have it playing a lot, didn't you?
Oh yeah, because I worked at a daycare when it came
Right.
out.
Right.
Yeah. So I and I have young nieces and a nephew. So like Boss Baby is around me at all and I work with kids. So it's like around me at all times.
Hmm.
And when I subbed in a different classroom last year, they were watching it. And then I came back to my personal classroom, and all my kids had requested, unbeknownst to me, Boss Baby 2.
Oof.
And I just about lost my mind because the second one, dumber than the first.
Uh huh.
And I see the appeal for like 4 year olds, but above that, and the jokes that they put in there for parents, it's just like, ugh, bleh. So anyway, Boss Baby
I
is there, and then Airbud. I'm not down with the dogs talking and not moving their mouth and just like their mouth open, but a human
mm,
voice coming out. It's just something about that is so uncanny valley to me, and they're just so annoying,
yeah.
and they are just they're movies that are like, oh my god, get to the end of it.
I respect
So
that for sure.
we also,
I've
yeah.
never actually seen Airbuds.
Oh
Like
no,
I've
don't.
watched
It's
like
You don't
a
have to.
third of the first one basically.
Yeah, that's all you
Um
need. They're all the same.
yeah, I that's what I
Yeah.
assume. I mean, you can only do so much with a dog playing basketball or
Well,
doggies
yeah,
playing basketball.
yeah. Well, sometimes they're
Um
in the snow.
Valid point. The
So.
other, like, for Boss Baby, I definitely get where you're coming from, and I sympathize with all the parents out there because
Oh
that
my god.
was a very popular,
That and Frozen. Oh my god.
yeah.
I should have put
Um,
that on my list.
but yeah, I definitely respect those. Those are good. I can respect the tie at two.
All right. What's your number two?
My number two, and this one actually might get some hate. Actually, like I might get some
I'm
hate
ready.
for it.
I'm ready.
Um, I'm sorry, all the nerds out there, but it's Narnia.
Oh,
I
I'm
couldn't
gonna
get into
leave.
it.
What
I
do you mean you
couldn't get
can't get
into
into
it.
it?
I just never could get into it. I
You don't
tried.
have to. It's just there. It needs to just be a part of your life. No,
Does it
I get it
though?
though. Yeah, I
Does
get
it
it.
though? Like
You can have bad opinions though sometimes. Like I get that.
I just didn't. I couldn't get into it. It was kind of boring to me. Like it was
Oh
for
god.
the first time watching it. No
Oh.
problem. Great. Love it. Cool.
Mhm.
Not something I'm interested in. It was interesting
Yeah.
for a little while, but I don't know. It just wasn't my thing. So
Yeah, you totally
that's.
didn't have to keep rewatching it though.
I didn't.
Oh.
Oh,
I thought you meant you just were like rewatching it.
no, the only time that I ever watched it like was with other people. Like I watched it once by myself, and then we watched it like with other people,
Oh.
and it wasn't that good. So
Hmm.
I don't know, but yeah, that's that's how I feel about that. So now I just got to make a point here, okay? These should be the worst of the worst,
Yeah,
okay?
no, this will be.
I have a bad feeling about yours. I'm a little nervous about it because I feel like I'm gonna
It's
actually be
Avengers
upset.
Endgame. It's not.
I was gonna say we are gonna have
What's
to
your
not be
favorite
friends.
movie, by the way? Just a
My
random
favorite movie?
question. Yeah,
Oh,
random
I don't
question.
know. I don't know. Might be some sort of Avengers movie, some Marvel. Who
Well,
knows?
that's
But
my most hated movie. Let's
I'm sure.
discuss.
I'm sure.
No, do you want to go first or do you want me to for the number one?
You are good to go.
Okay. And I don't care who this offends. And I genuinely don't. The Minions franchise,
Ooh.
I with a passion hate
Ooh.
Minions.
Okay.
I find their stupid language annoying. That sounds horrifying. Don't take that out of context. Um, I find the little minion language annoying. I find the banana jokes overwhelmingly stupid.
Banana.
Hate it. I've never liked them. I have I have a strong urge to just kick them just into
Okay.
oblivion and just get rid of them. Like they're bugs. I don't want them. I want them away from me. Bleh. And right around the time that Despicable Me came out, I liked Despicable Me. I hated the minions. That caused quite the problem because Despicable Me has, you guessed it, minions. Um, and at that same time, every person on my friends list above the age, not every, there's like 17 of you guys that are Gucci. I'm sorry, you're good.
What in the
Um,
world?
I've been working with 11-year-olds all day. Um, so there's like a large group of people, and I know that this is not just a me thing because I see it on TikTok all the time, right? People making fun of this. But there is a large percentage of the population of Facebook users who are over a certain age, 35 being the minimum, that share minion memes like it's going out of style. Like they got to share every one they've ever come across. And there's certain people that just share them with no respect for the rest of us who have to see these little monsters and I can't. And then the adults that dress up as the minions for Halloween and they're like weirdly tall minions or the sexy minion costumes that were at Spirit a couple years ago. We need to as a country move on from the miniondom and we need to move on to better things like anything else. More Fast and
it's
Furious movies if we can get rid of minions.
it sounds very much like you have a prejudice against minions.
I do. You are absolutely correct. If there's a way for me to claim that on my taxes, I will. I hate them. I hate them. And I'm sure that there are some of you that are listening. They're gonna be like, but they're so cute. They're not. They're not. They're dumb. They're stupid little
Talking to all
overalls.
you fans out there.
Yeah. All two of you. Thank you for
Yeah.
subscribing on our
Thanks for
YouTube.
subscribing.
On our
And thank you
YouTube.
for the follow.
Please follow us more because we are desperate.
We're not desperate. We just are
Oh,
growing.
I'm desperate.
We don't need to be desperate. We're okay for now.
I need the validation that
We'll
somebody
get
else
validation.
believes.
It's okay. Jasmine, you are doing great.
Okay, not from you.
Oh,
because you validate
my
me all the
validation
time.
is terrible.
No,
Got it.
yours is
Got
good,
it.
but you. Oh my god, you validate me all the time as a friend. I need strangers' validation because you have to. You're
I
locked
don't
into this
have to
friendship.
do anything.
You're like a mom who tells her daughter that she's beautiful. You have to because you're her mom.
I I disagree. I think I'm not a mom.
Nope, you're right, but you could be if you really wanted to be.
Okay. My number one.
This got weird. I'm so sorry.
My number one, and this is one that I have a feeling that nobody's gonna know.
Did you figure it out?
I did. My number
I have
one
been
is
dying.
called. Oh no, it's not even that. It's
Oh.
I don't think that's up there. I can tell you what it is afterwards. But
What is? Oh, okay, yeah.
my number
wait.
one is called Eraserhead. I hate that movie. I was shown that movie in college my first year. I had to take a movie art class.
Yeah.
Where that's all we did was watch movies, and then we had to do a write up about it, and it was great to do that. But when this movie came on,
not with Eraserhead,
and I watched it, I legitimately like it. The only way that I could explain it was a mind. Like I told my professor that's what it was.
Ooh, you said a swear word.
But yeah, I hated this movie because I didn't understand it. There was no point to it. Two,
no, it's a dumb
it was black
movie.
and white. Three, it threw in some space weird alien.
Uh-huh.
Four,
yeah,
it was weird. Nobody talked. Five, the guy was weird looking. I was so dumbfounded with this movie, and it made me so angry for months, years even. It has been 7 years since I've been out of that freaking class.
Let's not talk about how long it's been since we were in freshman year of college.
And I'm still not over it. I hated that movie.
It's almost been 8 years. I was just thinking about that.
I know. Anyways, wild. Now that I'm down from my soapbox, that is how I feel.
That's a bad movie. I think my mom showed me that one, which, you've met my mom, so that doesn't surprise you. But it's not good. It's for sure not good.
Terrible.
So I would love to know some of your other movies that you had on your list.
That was just it. Remember, I only had a short period of time.
Can I tell you how many are on my list? Can I tell you mine?
You can say some of them, sure.
Okay, here's let me get my my file folder out of lists. So Thor: Dark World was up there. It was my number 6. It's just it's fine. It's just not great.
Yeah.
It just could have been better, and whoever the director of that movie was should be fired. You and I watched this, I believe, with Storm, Gerald's Game.
Nope, I didn't watch that. You
didn't watch that one?
And Storm did.
It was in 2020 anyway, but that's the one where they she gets tied up doing something kinky, and then her partner, husband, whatever, dies. And
Spoilers.
Then no, it's been out for years. It's fine. I'm thinking 2018 is when that came out. Gerald's. Right. Oh, sorry, 2017. It's time. It was my freshman year of college. But then a dog comes in, but she's tied to a bed, right? So she can't do anything. And things are coming into the house, and it makes me uncomfy.
All of that could have been solved with just locking the door.
Well, no, but she's still tied to a bed, so she can't eat or drink or go to the bathroom.
Well, one problem at a time.
Her husband died. Yeah, so anyway, another one is, you might not know this one. It's kind of old. The Wicker Man. It's Nicolas Cage. I feel like it's one of those movies that parents are you gotta watch this, 70s parents, because they're this is a cult classic. Then you watch it and you're why was anyone allowed to film this? There's a scene, it's old, I'm not spoiling anything. They break his knees.
Nice.
to fit him into like a wooden thing and then light it on fire. There's a bee scene where the guy gets stung. It's Nick Cage.
Mhm.
He's on here a couple times. Truth or Dare. It was
I didn't mind that
2019.
one. I didn't mind that one actually.
Oh, that I'm so sorry. My bad, listeners. That was the wrong movie. I meant Happy Birthday or Happy Death Day, whatever it's called. The
Oh
one where she
yeah,
keeps
yeah, yeah,
repeating her birthday and she's like sleeping with
yeah,
frat boys a bunch.
yeah.
Didn't like that. Truth or Dare was okay. Happy Time Murders. Hate that movie. The Muppet knockoff movie with Melissa McCarthy, where
Mm,
they
yep.
do everything in their power to say as many curse words and as many sexual innuendos and make it just like as pornographic as possible for a Muppet movie. It's just like, why? Like, if that's
Hmm.
not your movie, because it wasn't, why? This one will get a lot of hate, and I don't care. The Lady and the Tramp. Moving on. National Treasure, She's the Man, Fast and Furious. I wrote down. This one is surprising. You'll be surprised. 365 days. It's on Netflix. I
To be
watch it.
fair, and this goes to every listener out there, her and our friend Storm binged that and loved it
No,
for
no, no.
that time.
I watched it and then I force fed it to him.
So she loved it and now she hates it, which is fine. You're allowed to change
So
opinions.
I don't
But
hate it. It's a stupid movie. I watch it because it's one of those movies where I'm like, oh my god, we were talking about this yesterday. It's so unrealistic. It's so stupid. I have to
right.
watch it. And then this is the one that's gonna get people just like, I don't know if you're a big fan of it, but Back to the Future, don't like it.
Oh my Jasmine.
I never
We were
have.
gonna
It's
end
not.
okay, and then you just did that.
Have a good night, everybody.
Oh
No,
my
it's
goodness.
Back to the Future is one of those movies where I just like it's a dumb plot and it's overacting. And I know it was the '80s, but like, be better, guys.
Okay, so since you did that and you gave a whole list, you need to at least give one movie that you would like. It's your movie, like you would go
It's
to.
my movie,
Yeah,
my
you would go
go-to.
to
You
it. Your
know my go-to
favorite movie.
movie.
I know, but they don't.
So, well, anyone that knows me that listens knows. My favorite. I have two like go-to movies. Like, I've got a bunch that I love. The Cat in the Hat is like a comfort movie for me. I know it's like a stupid movie, and a lot of people would put that on their list. I
Yeah,
love that movie,
would.
but like, it's just stupid, and I really like that one, and I like it because it's stupid. Same with 365. It's not. It's a worst movie, but it's funny. Um, Mr. Mogorium's Wonder Emporium is one of my favorite movies ever, and my like go-to comfort movie is the 1999 edition, but any really work, of Alice in Wonderland. My sister and I used to watch it when I was a kid. It was like a comfort thing. We would go when we got to my grandparents. We'd go upstairs to the attic. We'd get the VHS down or the VHS down, and we'd pop it in my grandmother's VHS TV thing she had in her room. And she would make us a bowl of popcorn in the summer, usually after a beach trip, and we would just watch this movie and sing it together. And it was a very like comforting memory.
Yeah.
And the
No,
popcorn,
I
of course, was made in the early 2000s puke bowl. Of course,
of
everyone knows
course.
it's the popcorn puke bowl combo. And
It's the way it's supposed to
it's like
be.
that little blue, the blue plastic bowl.
Hmm.
And yeah, it was a good memory. So that's Alice in Wonderland. So I had a whole list of hates and a couple of loves. What's your favorite go-to movie?
My favorite go-to movie. I was actually thinking about this. I don't really have
Hmm.
one specific that I go to,
Right.
but I think one of the ones that I'm more consistently going to
Hmm.
is when or like it's kind of the similar aspect of like it's just a nostalgia bonus.
Hmm.
It's Step Brothers with Will Ferrell and John C. Riley, something like that.
Hmm.
Um, but it's
So much room for
mind
activities.
exactly. It's mindless funny to me.
Hmm.
And there's so many quotable lines that me and my brother do. It's
Hmm.
hilarious to me. I just
Hmm.
love them. So those are mine. But if you're on YouTube, let us know in the comments which ones you think are the worst. If you're
Spotify
on
also does have
Spotify,
the feature
oh
to do
sweet.
questions. I
Okay,
figured
well
that
then
out.
let us know what you
Game
guys think.
changer.
Game changer. Anyways, let us know what you guys think about our list and what you think about what yours would be. That
Hmm.
didn't make
Hmm.
sense,
Hmm.
but anyways,
Nope.
we will see you in the next one. We'll see you next Sunday. Have a great week, everybody, and peace out.
Okay, bye. Love you.